If you ever wanted to start a garden but didn't know where to begin, or maybe you're just feeling a little burnt out on the same old in your garden, this video is for you. Two women found each other during one of the most uncertain moments any of us have ever lived through. They didn't just choose to grow, they choose to grow together. A friendship became a community, and it all started with a seed. Welcome to Gardens and the Women Who Grow Them series that we're bringing to you here on the Grow You Girl channel. And meet Tina and Cass, two women who decided to make a difference. Well, I am here in the garden of Cass and with Tina, the two founders of San Diego Seed Swap. Ladies, thanks for being on Grow You Girl.
Hey, thanks for having us.
And I have to say, this is the nicest spread I have ever had at an interview before. Not only do you have a beautiful garden, but you've got great food here.
I mean, my count is garden to table with Cass, so we just have to do a little something in the garden.
Ah, gotcha. All right, so tell me how the two of you, first of all, connected.
That is so fun. I love the story. During the pandemic, we both had Instagram accounts that were associated with gardening.
Just starting out, by the way, both of us. Just starting out, found this gardening world maybe on Instagram.
So you had done zero gardening.
Just a personal account, and I did have some trees and stuff in here, but nothing like you see today. It was all grass. This was all, everywhere you looked was just grass, and then all we had was plants here. But anyways.
I had exposure as a child, my parents growing fruit trees, but I was never involved in it. So this was my first time learning how to grow. So I decided to start an Instagram so that I could find other local gardeners in San Diego to learn what they were doing, what was in season. I mean, I tried growing a cauliflower in like July. That's how that's how new I was.
And you know, the disservice is you probably found that start somewhere where they should have pulled it off the shelf.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But you don't know until you know.
Yeah. So as I was trying to find people that were local to me, I found Cassandra's account. And I started liking all of her posts and engaging with the stories that she was posting. I'm like, oh my gosh, this person's amazing.
Aw,
and then and then she noticed and I noticed that there was this increase in seed swaps that were happening.
Yes.
But the majority of them were happening in the Midwest where there's a lot of agriculture already going on.
Yeah.
And she made this post on her stories, was like, hey, does anybody know of any swaps that are happening locally? And I jokingly was like, no, but you should start one.
And then I said, we should. and literally that was the start of our friendship.
That was our first interaction,
It
actually.
really was, yeah. Like I had seen her account and she had this cute little family and I loved her garden space. And it just was, I was also starting out. So it just felt natural and she was local. So, you know, Instagram, you can meet wonderful people, but they could also be like halfway across the world,
right?
Let alone, you know, same state, whatnot. So it was really cool to see how close she was. I live in Chula Vista. She lives in Paradise Hills. Super close. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump on the freeway. So I felt like if I could be friends with somebody on Instagram during this pandemic, this would be cool because we can talk about something different. And I was also exiting a lifestyle of overconsumption and event planning. I was in the corporate event planning world and that did not allow for any of this to happen. But because of the pandemic and because events weren't happening, I had all this time on my hand. And so gardening flourished and also just like Tina wanted to find people who were interested because no one I know aside from my mom and my grandma garden. So it was very much like she's a young mom, I am a young mom, we have kids, she likes to garden, I like to garden, okay, we're friends already. But I went to her house and I just wanted to, I guess, view her garden, and we were wearing our masks and we were just like awkwardly saying like, here's my garden.
Yeah.
This is what I'm growing.
A little show and tell.
You know, just trying to be adults and connecting, which I feel like is hard enough as it is. But with the pandemic, it felt like, you know what, we could just be honest and be who we are instead of creating a persona. I don't know. I feel like Tina knows who I am. And
we've become
Seed
great
Swap
friends.
naturally kind of segued into creating resources for our local community. And so it started off with, 10 to 20 people that were saving seeds from their garden, and we were trading seeds because there were seed shortages.
Through the mail, actually.
Yes,
Through
that
the
was
mail.
our very first one, because we couldn't all meet together in person.
So versus plants, you were going for the seeds just because of cost factors? Is
in
that
the moment, yes, because I wouldn't say that gardening is one of the more inexpensive things to do. So
Yeah, I have a girlfriend of mine who said, "Oh, you forgot to mention how expensive this little habit of yours is."
It is. But I think because we went the approach of seed starting versus you could just go to a store and pick up everything that you need and throw it in the ground and hope it does well. Or you could get a free packet of seeds from your neighbor's garden that were regionally adapted and may thrive in your garden because you're only a hop, skip, and a jump away. It grew for her. So I feel that is kind of where everything started, and our little group of 20 local San Diego gardeners flourished, and events started happening, and we thought, hey, let's invite people to meet up in person. And then our first event happened, and we had about 40 people. So I felt like, oh, this was successful in our minds. We held it in front of the San Diego Air and Space Museum.
There was a lot of excitement surrounding it. Everybody was so ready to gather in community and meet in person again. And this was kind of like one of those first steps towards that.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And another project that we worked on while also pushing this new little garden club organization, grassroots. At that moment, we just were friends, and we were all gathering to hopefully chit-chat more and connect. We didn't have high hopes at that time. I think the high hopes were just being a group of people who enjoyed sustainability and gardening and spreading that information between ourselves. But I worked at the Air and Space Museum, and we put in an edible garden during that time, which used to be a tropical garden, like desert-like plants and things that you see when you go into drought-tolerant spaces. And it was really exciting to gather that same group of people and open the museum up to them while it was closed. And we brought our families in, and we took a old tropical garden into a fruitful vegetable and herb landscape. And that brought us, I feel like, really close, because at that moment we were seeing how we worked together as friends, which made me really love that Tina was so engaging and willing to give up her time to help others. And I feel like that's hard to see in your friends when you kind of grow up together. Everybody has their interests, so it felt very comforting to be with somebody who cared about sustainability, cared about their community, and was just an overall good human.
And that has continued on, because you're still a nonprofit. You're not even
We're
a
nonprofit. We're not
right?
We're
You're
not
just
an LLC. We're not
there's
a corporation.
no money that's
No
being
money.
exchanged in
No.
any of this.
We do receive donations from the community to help support our efforts. It goes right back into all of the events that we put on. So
100%.
we're not making any profit.
No.
In fact, we are using our own money sometimes and
Got it,
volunteering
got
our
it.
time.
Yeah.
So that is, in a nutshell, kind of how we met.
Okay.
It was a relationship born on Instagram.
Oh, that Instagram, I tell you.
Bringing people together.
The fact that you're doing this during such a busy time of your life says very much about both of you.
Oh, thank you.
And I've heard just very glowing things around the community about you too. So I have a question about the seeds. So how do you know the seeds? There's this whole thing with seeds, and you buy seed packets, and on the bottom of the seeds it says buy, if you don't use it this year, it's bad, which I think is
I
a
don't
myth.
follow those rules.
No. Seeds honestly can be stored and saved for decades and still be viable. While maybe you're not going to have the same percentage of viability from like your 95%, it may be slightly lower, but you can definitely grow, especially if they've been stored in a cool, dark place. Those seed packets are labeled as such more so for corporation protection and new product. If you have a seed packet of 30 or 40 watermelon seeds, how many watermelons are you on a home grower basis really going to plant? So then you're going to end up with this seed packet, right? But if you think it expires, you think, well, I need to go out and buy new seeds, right? Well, how do you keep that going? Not all are that way, but a majority are, and that's kind of capitalistic society that we live in.
Totally. Yeah.
So with Seed Swap, sure, you can label your seeds from 2020 and whatnot, but honestly, it's your responsibility as a gardener to work on your viability and oversow. And that is just something that you do. And if a seed doesn't make it, that's okay. But if you go out and you waste money on a plant like a cauliflower and it's at the nursery and you think that it's a possibility to grow, I don't know if you grew it by seed or not. But what I'm saying is if you don't know, then you're bound to fail. But at the same time, a packet of seeds is a much safer bet than the more expensive route.
And do you know your germination rates or anything like that?
Honestly, it's not that they're 95%, 100%, or 75%. It's really how you seed save. Did you save your seeds at the time that was right? Some people may think that watermelon seeds are good to go once you see a watermelon forming, when in fact it needs to actually feed and kind of not just grow, but the sugars need to develop. And then at that point, seeds start to do something else, because that eventually will break down and want to create itself in a plant. And that's why seeds are a thing, right?
Right.
So it's not about germination rate, it's about how you saved your seeds to begin with.
And do you do education around that, or how do you help people bring the seeds to swap?
We've talked about it.
We're two people, and while there are so many great creators teaching you how to do that, we refer to our partners like Epic Gardening. You A through Z can learn how to grow pretty much anything that you want, and seeing as how they're local to us,
Sure.
That's a great resource for us to say, we are the conduit to the community. We will provide you with what you need to get growing, and then you can go right over here to Epic Gardening to learn how to grow.
We don't have to do it all.
Exactly. Yeah. So would we love to do that, and have we done that? Yes, but not on the scale that maybe some creators are.
Right. So you don't have a curriculum or anything like that?
We have some materials, but again, not anything that's just carved out and ready to give to someone. But what we do offer, and with these events that we do, is we stand there and we talk to people, and they come up to us and they say, what is a Kajari melon? And how does it grow? Well, Tina's grown that. And
what is a Kajari melon?
Oh my gosh, the best melon ever.
Honestly.
I was telling everybody about it at the swap recently.
Yeah. So that is a way where we can connect with the community. We can answer their questions. We can tell them what does well for us. We can tell them how they can save, or we can continue to say, come to us with your questions, and we can provide you with the resources.
Cool. So what's in the future with you guys? What do you see the future of all this becoming?
We're constantly adapting.
We are constantly. I mean, we went from doing an event for 40 people to expanding to just under 100, and then 200, and then 400 and 700. So every time that we've done that, it's gone from a seed swap between local gardeners to an expanded seed swap through, southern San Diego and a bit of northern San Diego. And while we add more people, we add different aspects. So originally we were just swapping seeds and maybe a couple plants and maybe things that we've made at home, to getting brands to partner with us and showing them how giving back to our community not only is beneficial for them in creating a new customer base, but showing the customers reliable partners that they can get their supplies from. Which,
like Epic or
exactly.
With Botanical Interest, right along with them.
And True Organic has helped us
out. Oh, right, True Organic.
From pretty much the beginning. So having partners allowed us to grow the San Diego Seed Swap events from just trading seeds to also giving them resources, which was a huge thing for us. Is not only is this event free, you're going to get to walk away with various items that you can immediately implement into your own garden. Even if you don't have a garden, one plant, you intentionally growing it, is you are a gardener.
Right,
That's
like
all
you've
you
got
need.
grow bags. It's easy to put a grow bag pretty much
right?
anywhere.
I have stuff in ground, I have stuff in grow bags, I have beds. Honestly, I mean, I am open to any way. Those are totes from Costco,
Wow. And we'll take a walk around the garden too, because I
exactly.
would love to do that with you as well.
So what do you want this legacy to be? I mean, one of the things in this series that I'm doing about gardens and the women who grow them is just the whole idea of the legacy that women leave. And we were just talking before we went on camera about Kate Sessions, who I'm just doing a video about. And I just felt anger when I went to Balboa Park, and I'm like, she's shoved over in a statue in a corner that you can barely see. So what is the legacy that you want to see happen? From all these efforts that you guys are putting, because you're putting a lot of heart and soul into this, it sounds like.
This is a question that we ask
I
ourselves.
want to see the next generation growing their own food the way that we are teaching our peers right now. Our kids are very much involved in the gardening process. They're very much involved in San Diego Seed Swap. That's my hope from it, is that we'll inspire more people and more of this up and coming generation to be sustainable by growing your own food. How about you?
This is what I like to call a sustainable lifestyle experience. That is what San Diego Seed Swap brings to the table. So it may have started with a seed shortage, but today's event reflects so many different aspects of sustainable living. So if anything, San Diego Seed Swap is the conduit to the community to learn about past ways of growing, new ways of growing, and how to be adapting. And if we don't have these types of services in the community, then you don't know what you don't know. I grew up in an apartment. There were not any types of groups like this that were accessible to me as an inner city. And San Diego Seed Swap goes anywhere. We will meet you in a parking lot. We will meet you at a school. We will meet you in a park. We will meet you at a trolley station.
I'm starting to sound like a Dr. Seuss book here.
You know what I mean? So San Diego Seed Swap legacy for me is for people to look back and have so many different memories of how we were able to help them become sustainable, whether it be through gardening, whether it be through trading and not needing money in order to gain knowledge and insight on gardening, or living sustainably, learning how to can things, learning how to package things in a way that is more sustainable. See, clothing swap, right? You bring in your clothes, and how many of us have so many items that we love, but
So you've incorporated that into it now.
All of that. We're having a gear swap at our next event. We're going to have a few different health organizations coming to help with blood pressure and checking out people who may not have those opportunities. So we're going to teach you how to grow. We're going to show you how to be sustainable. We've even had chefs come in and teach people how to make things from the scraps that normally you would toss or compost. So the legacy is how to live sustainably in your community.
I agree with that.
So the entrepreneur in me is like, but
We get this question a lot, and I know where you're going.
There are plenty of companies doing what we're doing and charging for it. That's already happening.
Or even on going into and becoming a nonprofit.
You could. And you know what goes with being a nonprofit is picking a board and running by
all these rules
and regulations. Right now, we are able to do what we want, when we want, and how we want.
And it's just us two making decisions.
So it keeps it fun.
It does.
It does.
It does. Because once it starts to become a job, it feels less inspiring and more kind of a turnkey operation, which again, we can do. But if we're doing this for free and out of the kindness of our heart, we evolve and change and adapt. In 2025, we did 5 major events, and we're able to touch so many different communities. But in 2026, Tina has taken on a bigger executive position in her conservation role here, and I am in between figuring out what my role is. I give a lot of my time to the community with South Bay Little League. I am on my children's teams as a team manager with San Diego Seed Swap in tow.
What do you do with your spare time?
You know what? My spare time, I try to grasp at straws for sleep. But you know,
that's when the garden comes into play, right?
That is.
The piece
Honestly,
of the garden.
I am so lucky to have my mom too, because as I have given more of my time in these areas, my mom helps me with everything. So it's having 2 gardeners in this space, and this is only possible because we're a little village here too.
Nice, beautiful. Headed moving forward.
Give back to your community.
I was gonna say, don't be afraid to start something similar in your own community.
Yeah. because it's needed, it's wanted, and it can start on that very small level of just introducing yourself to a local gardener. And it can be as big as you want it to be. And we've always said that too, is that we didn't have a specific goal in mind for San Diego Seed Swap. We've always evolved and changed based on how we were doing in life and where we were able to commit more time. And I've always told Tina that family comes first.
Yes.
And while San Diego Seed Swap is like family, we need to take care of our mental health. And we've been able to do that while still giving back to the community in very big ways. So it's possible. You can donate your time
Hear that?
and still be successful.
Now, before we go and walk around your garden, what you've got some big events coming up here in 2026. Could you share more about that?
We just got the date confirmed. It's going to be August 8th, and it's going to be at a local elementary school in Chula Vista.
Verde.
This is going to be a pretty big, eventful, family-friendly one.
It is. Aside from a seed swap and a gear swap with South Bay Little League and the health aspect and having some Native American dancers there to commemorate and kind of bless the day in such a regenerative way and connecting with the land. There are going to be over 800 residents and local and garden enthusiasts joining us. We are also having a kidpreneur market because we want to engage with our local youth while also encouraging them to learn about the sustainable lifestyle and also getting ahead in what we consider to be successful is being your own boss. So if you can learn how to do all of those things in one space, this is going to be that opportunity for everyone.
They
Beautiful.
can learn what it takes to be a business owner and develop all of those skills that are pretty critical in life all around.
Yeah.
Gives them the
And I
opportunity
think
to
getting
develop
more
that.
and more important as we go with AI coming along and so much that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel like what we do with San Diego Seed Swap is, again, like I said, this sustainable lifestyle experience. It's not one event and we don't focus on one area. We focus on being sustainable, and whatever aspect that is, we include it. And so the latest one is the gear swap. How many kids in a undeveloped or Title I school area, underserved, might not get access to the necessary supplies and gear to play sports? But this opportunity with over 800 people coming and bringing items that they may no longer need but are still very much usable, this will give an opportunity for a child to get what they need, and while also South Bay Little League does give out scholarships to underserved communities, and it will be another way for them to connect with a new community of non-sports players because everyone that's at Little League already knows the amazing things that they do.
And this is what I meant by we're always adapting and evolving. This is a phase that she's in her life where she's volunteering her time to the South Bay Little League that we probably wouldn't set that as a goal if you asked us a year ago.
Yeah.
But it's just where we are in our lives, and we're just trying to incorporate that because our peers are probably in the same phase.
Situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And do you need more volunteers? I mean, I guess that's a big question of
We
what are
always
your
need
needs right
volunteers,
now?
But what we need is funding. And the funding is harder to get when you're not a nonprofit.
When you're not a 501c3.
But we do have partners who have helped us, like San Diego Craft Collective. They are a nonprofit. And they
That you can work alongside,
So they know what we do, and they know that we put everything back into what we do. So there is an aspect of trust, and they don't need a 501c3 to know that we are trustworthy and that we're doing the work. Because that's basically what a 501c3 says. Is
Totally.
that you're going to put back into the community, and this is a business to benefit the community. While we're not that, they are. And so they are able to go out after grants that may incorporate a gardening aspect or a sustainability aspect that they themselves might not be able to handle or fulfill. So we're able to partner, and we bring part of the aspect that they need covered while they bring in the other part, and then we will split the earnings.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
While our conversation continued on, and we enjoyed the delicious food that Cass made for us, I want to now switch over to the tour of Cass's garden to share with you how you can bring diversity. Now, not all of us live in Southern California and can enjoy the many beautiful things that are in her garden, but we can use our imagination for where we live. So let's switch on now to the garden tour.
Like, what's your garden philosophy? Like, when you think
I
about
am
your
a
garden.
chaos gardener.
Chaos gardener,
Chaos
yay!
gardener. There is no square footage. It is pack in as much as you can, but also not packing it in so much that you aren't productive. So while yes, I have, put in 5 tomatoes in one bed and found out that they will only give me 10. Or I'll put 2 in the bed and I'll put in some lettuce and some chard, and then we'll have a better production period. But I'm also the kind of person who will like try it and then see what happens.
Mine is survival of the fittest.
Whoever grows stays, and who doesn't goes. This was actually my grandmother's lime tree, and she had it in a 5-gallon bucket for like, I want to say 5 years.
Wow.
And then she was like, here, take it home. And so now we have tons of little babies growing. I've already harvested from this last winter.
You got more coming already.
Yeah. I'm really excited. They're super delicious. Limes.
So I'm intrigued about doing it in a container,
Yeah.
a raised bed versus.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Because my ground is very hard and clay-like,
Okay.
very sandy, and not very good with water absorption.
Okay.
So for me to be able to grow a tree without having to dig or having machinery to dig for me, I just put in raised beds. So you'll notice in all my raised beds, I will put trees, but I also, down here, I was growing nothing but strawberries. And I took those out to bring in lettuce. And then I will just put in whatever will go with the...
You're interplanting.
Yeah, co-planting.
Co-planting,
Yep.
that's the word, whatever it is.
Companion planting.
Yes, that's the word.
Companion planting, yes.
Come to us.
So
Now, what is this?
this is my Fuji apple. And the reason why I'm growing this specific variety is because it's one of the varieties that will do well in 10B, because you only need, I believe, 350 chill hours. Maybe 400.
Okay.
There's only a few varieties that will...
that will be able
Yeah.
to grow very well in this. Now, I do need to come in here and kind of take these leaves off because these are from the last season. And that is actually what's going to tell it, hey, we're in a new season now.
Okay.
So
And
yes,
we've got
I
some-
do
we've
have
got
to
some
hand
blooms
pick
up
my
there.
leaves. Yes. And also, yeah, you'll see the blooms are starting here at the edges.
Yeah.
And then we will get a bunch of apples, but then I go through and I will hand pick off the blooms so that I only get one big apple in the center. If you let it stick with all of these blooms here, you will get 5 tiny apples. So I prefer my apples to be a little bit sizable. So I'll come in and I'll just pop them off. Just come in here and break them off and
Okay.
keep the biggest one in the center, because you want your apples to grow about 6 inches or more apart in order to have enough energy to create a sizable fruit.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah,
That's what
so
I need
over
to do
here-
with my apple tree.
Right? See how we have all of
Wow,
these?
look at that cluster.
We don't want this.
Wow.
You don't. And some people may be afraid to do this,
Oh, yeah,
or
you
feel
got,
like,
like-
no.
You got like 5 over here. So what do you pick?
Exactly.
The biggest one? and then...
See what I did? It's okay. It's okay. Because guess what? Right over here, there's more.
There's more.
And it's okay. And usually you want to be a little bit softer about it, but here we are being
Yeah, they're
a little
actually pretty
hasteful.
hard to pick off.
It's good if you bend them down and then they just kind of break off. So yeah, I'll come in here, and that's something that you learn as you grow. I didn't know this the first time, and guess what? I had a bunch of tiny little apples.
I got it.
And you go to the store and you'll see those tiny apples because they're actually sought after as like miniature. But when you're dealing with something like an apple pie, you don't want a bunch
You
of
don't want to eat
miniature
them like
apples.
that.
Right.
No.
I thought I'd try it.
Oh no, they're very
Oh,
much astringent.
Regrets.
Oh no, astringent.
You know what I
Sorry.
tried here once? My daughter has a strawberry tree grown in her yard, so have you ever tried a strawberry tree? Yeah.
No, I haven't.
It's
you.
it doesn't look like this strawberry. They are terrible. They're just
Oh, look at, we have some green zebras growing.
Oh, those ones are
my
good.
God.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Right? I just
Oh.
love the garden strawberries. You just can't beat it, honestly. You have a bad day, have a garden strawberry.
Yeah.
It's a good pick-me-up.
Wow.
So in here, this used to be during the pandemic, my son's
Yeah, I'm gonna
his
smell that.
sand pit.
Oh wow.
But then, gardening happened, and I decided that I would put some food in here. Sorry, don't mind this. We need to put a
Smells
new.
so good.
This was gifted to me by Tina. This was my elderberry. It started off as a tiny little plant, and I put it in my bed so that I didn't have to grow in the ground at first, because these beds are open, so they are getting access to the ground. But like every gardener knows, when you're experienced, that the ground gets softer when you have something retaining the moisture on top. So growing in the bed made it easier to be successful. And here are my elderberry berries. These are the medicine that you can turn into cough syrup, tea.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm growing my own medicine.
Beautiful. Oh, look at the flower of them. That's beautiful.
Yeah. They start off
Cool.
like white, yellowish, and then when they dry up, you have.
Now, you're saying that these containers have no bottoms on them, or
They do have holes.
Holes,
So
okay,
I do
okay.
put holes at the bottom of
Gotcha.
them for drainage. So because I have nice shade over here, we have some lettuce. These peppers are from last season, but we saved them so that this season they will already have their roots established and will start growing. I mean, we already have a bell pepper growing right
Wow,
here.
look at that. I can't do that at home.
The raised beds are open bottom.
Yes, the raised beds are open bottoms. These beds are from Epic Gardening.
Yeah, okay.
Birdie's beds.
Right.
So we put these over some chicken wire and cardboard, and then at the bottom I have it layered with like a thicker mulch, like wood chips. So no real thick logs or anything like that. I know people like that method, but the logs end up taking up too much of your moisture and can cause an imbalance in the bed. Yeah.
Oh dear, that's what I have in mind. Okay.
The logs, that was that called the Hugo culture, or
Yeah, I think people called it that.
yeah, when you put the logs in, which is good. It just can take it a little bit
I
longer.
love this. What is this, cucumbers?
This is Japanese cucumber. It does really well for us. We grow it every year along with Persian cucumbers. We love cucumbers. Also, cucumbers are very good at detoxing.
Oh, I cannot grow them. I don't know what it is.
You know, they are finicky. They are finicky. They love
I love
heat,
this
but
idea
they
of
also
putting
love
it-
shade.
Yeah, putting it here by itself.
If
Yeah,
it doesn't
yep.
grow well for you, find a variety that does.
Right.
Don't make it harder on yourself, harder than it needs to be.
Especially when you're like taught, like, oh, this variety does well in our area, or this variety
Yeah,
does
yeah,
well
yeah.
in our area. Like over here in this bed, growing with my avocado tree, we have
Growing with an avocado tree. Oh my
this
God.
is tomatillo, and these are going to be purple tomatillos, and you can use that to make salsa.
Purple tomatillo.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it'll have more of that. What is it called? Anthocyanin, anise, tennyson. I'm so horrible. When they are different in color and they have more of that purple, those are like more antioxidants and things like that. Yeah, and it's more adapt to growing in the sun and less susceptible to sunburn. The more purple varieties you see in vegetables, those are purposely grown that way. They're
Wow.
cultivated. So like purple kale or purple lettuce or purple tomatoes. They're
I just
all
love how
cultivated.
you've got a rose bush tucked in here.
I know. I actually bought that last season. I need to get it in the ground. I just haven't.
These roses smell so good.
Oh
What
my
you get on
goodness.
the
My
way out?
aunt got these for my mom. These are called Juliet, I believe. They just started blooming and
smell
they
so
smell amazing. They're so pretty too. My mother-in-law, she planted these roses. These are some of our favorite roses here. These ones are kind of already on the way out, but I love these roses. These are tea roses. And these ones, they smell so good.
That one I keep coming back
When
to
you're in a
smell.
bad mood, I love that rose. It is so good. Let's see.
Nature's aromatherapy.
You know, oh, one of our seed swap events, we bought mums, and we had put them out for fall of 2025, or fall 2024, and now they're coming back, and it's spring, so it is definitely not just a fall plant. But in the fall, it'll literally be this big.
Really?
Yeah, it'll be like a massive
Wow.
bush. Tina also gave this to me for my birthday. This is mugwort. I'm very into learning and growing medicinal plants. And so that one can actually help you in other ways, but one of the main components is to have more lucid dreams. Dreams that you can remember.
Wow.
And maybe be a little more present in.
Appropriate to have it by poppies and
You know, honestly, I got the poppy
That's
seeds
so funny.
that I had saved these seeds from a bunch of seeds that we had gotten. And I just threw them. I literally came out here and threw them one day, which is so funny because it only grew in select areas. I'm talking about all of these things got poppy seeds except that one container decided to take. So
which is unusual for poppies.
But you know
right?
what? It depends because over here I had really successful tomato there. This tomato would not grow. So then we replaced it and put celery. And you know, you just kind of figure things out as you go.
And this is a pineapple sage? Is that
No, it's red flax, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I was literally explaining that to somebody at the seed swap. They're like, how do you plant your seeds? I'm like, I throw them out and I let them decide
Where they
where they want to grow.
What they want to do.
They're like, really? I'm like, yep. It
It's
doesn't
that
have to be
easy.
complicated.
Yeah, yep.
Wow.
So we have the comfrey here. Obviously, look at
Comfrey.
it. It's just massive.
Now, has this just reproduced itself?
It does, yeah. So this started out over here, but I keep it because this tree is a rootstock, and this is its second growing season. Okay, it started off as this little stick, and because it's been planted next to the comfrey, which is a high nitrogen producer,
So you've got your own little permaculture
absolutely,
environment
and that
going
is
on.
why people need to grow companion planting. Companion planting is why you can be successful. When you grow a bunch of plants by itself, you don't have anything helping pest management. You don't have a natural fertilizer. This is a natural fertilizer.
And a weed suppressor.
Yeah, yeah.
I love comfrey. I love it. And I love these flowers. I
Aren't
haven't
they
seen
so
this
pretty?
color. Yeah.
The hummingbirds love this.
Oh,
And
I bet
bees,
they
obviously.
do.
You can see them. They're all doing their thing here.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is that it doesn't need to be balanced. It doesn't need to be symmetrical. We want to give back to nature, to the bees, to the pollinators, while also doing good for the garden. And this is another medicinal plant that you can make into a poultice and utilize as well. And some people do ingest this. I'm not on that level yet. I need to learn more about what the
That's what I
dosage
wanna
looks
do
like.
too, yeah.
Yeah, but I do know that on a skin topical, you can utilize this even on your pets.
Ah.
Yeah.
I buy the dried herbs, or you can dry the leaves, and I usually
Yeah.
infuse it in oils to
Yep.
make salves.
So
I
good.
was shocked to see it come back this year, because I'm in the
Yeah.
zone that I'm in. I'm in
Yeah, what
zone
zone are you in?
I'm in 6A now. They consider
Oh,
it
wow.
zone 6A, yeah.
Did you end up downgrading or going up?
We went up.
Yeah, so did
Yeah.
we.
Did you?
I don't know if I'm technically 11 because I used to be 10B. If I'm going up, then that's where I'm at now. I don't know.
Someone I just met with a couple days ago, and she said, well, this side of my yard is 10A
Yeah.
and this side is 10B.
So true.
Right?
The little microclimates everywhere.
Honestly. I also have some plants down the side of my house, and then in my driveway. I think you saw those too.
All right.
Yeah.
And these are tomatoes.
Yes, we are tomato lovers.
So tell me about these containers. So
Yeah, these are the totes that you see at Costco. They're black and yellow with the top. At the point that I implemented these in the garden, I was
oh my
across-
God, I have some extra ones at these at home now. I'm getting these ideas.
Right? Yeah. And I mean, okay, if you're not so caught up on aesthetics,
Yeah.
and you just want to grow your growing space, I had this space that I knew that I could do something with. Obviously, being close to the grill, we do turn that on, by the way.
Wow.
So whatever plants survive, and tomatoes have always done well with that heat there. So
Survival of the fittest again, apparently.
so again, we will put tomatoes here, even though we turn on the grill and it gets really hot. They do well. They don't mind it.
Fantastic.
So yeah, we have poppies. We have Tulsi basil, which is also a
medicinal.
Quite a great
very medicinal plant. And over here we have, my mom just cut all of our herbs down to get them back in a better state. So aloe, we have white sage, mint, rosemary. We're growing another strawberry there that was a runner and then just took off. In this bed, my mom has,
my gosh.
we're going to be starting a leaf called Pirellia. And it's a like an Asian vegetable, and the leaves are very high in iron and calcium. And in Asian culture, my husband's part Korean, they will eat it like a tortilla. They'll grab the
Wow.
food with the leaves and eat it like a tortilla.
And your orange tree, these baskets, I love. Is this more just an ornamental?
Yeah, just ornamental,
Yeah.
you know, try to bring in some joy. They're little solar lights, and my kids gave this to me for Mother's Day a couple years ago.
Sweet.
Some whimsy.
Yeah, you know.
Gotta have the garden whimsy.
My daughter painted this when I was pregnant with my son, and he was going to be coming home from the hospital the next day. So, you know, just a few things that...
And you were
we did.
saying earlier that this kale is 5 years old.
Can you imagine?
And do you take from it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we take from it. But the only thing I make with kale is Toscana soup. We don't eat our kale raw. Some people do.
Or in salads
For
or-
me, I
yeah.
don't, because I have an autoimmune disease and I can't process cruciferous plants
Okay.
without them being cooked. So broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, all of those have to be cooked in order to be broken down, which is why I like putting them in soup. They're super hearty, and right now it's
beautiful.
really clean, like 0 aphids. I'm
I
actually
was
really
looking
impressed.
at that.
I'm impressed.
How is it so clean?
Maybe
Mine-
because it's like so high up on the citrus, because I know citrus could also deter pests too.
Really?
And
Can it
maybe the
deter
scent.
aphids?
I don't know, but seeing how high it up it is, because
Yeah.
before it used to be much lower, and I would always have aphids on them. I don't know if the orange
aphids,
oil.
aphids?
Oh, there you go. Yes, yes.
Tomato.
Exactly, exactly.
So
Either way, they're not nice to have around.
no, they're not. They definitely love kale. And what else do I have issues with them? Not many, because I don't do too many cruciferous vegetables.
I've got
'Cause-
some dahlias I'm growing indoors right now. My husband is home going, Sherry, they're everywhere. I'm like, get
Especially
rid of
when they're
them."
indoors, right?
Get rid of
My
them.
little tree here is another little citrus. I believe it's either calamansi or
Kumquat?
yes, kumquat.
Oh, your mom said kumquat on the back.
So I don't know
There's a
though.
library.
I
Oh,
have been-
kumquat, she said.
No, this is not loquat.
Oh.
This is citrus. So it is a kumquat. But it has never produced fruit for us, although it has grown and gotten bigger, because again, this was another tree my grandma had in a pot for a very long time.
Yeah. And why did you decide to put this one in the ground?
Honestly, it was
There was
an available
space.
spot. We used to have a giant sunflower here and there, and we also used to grow carnations. So this was like a carnation bush.
Wow.
And then since it did well with the flowers, we thought, well, the dirt looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and put the tree there. Even though they're so close, again, I'm not trying to grow a huge orchard. I just want to have fruit available to us throughout the year. And if I get a bucket full of these, then I'm happy.
Fantastic,
If I get
yeah.
5 bags of those, I'm happy. And like this is actually Dick's.
I was just going to say the plant is doing really good for you.
It is,
What
yeah.
is it?
We found this at a local nursery. Super unique
Crush it
plant.
up and let her smell it.
Yeah. It's called a Vicks plant.
So this is where
Like
they make
vapor
the
rub?
medicine.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So now I can make my own salve, which would basically be the Vicks rub.
Right.
And you utilize whatever your fat is. You could use cocoa butter, you could use olive oil, you could use almond oil, and then you mix that with beeswax.
And it's called what?
Vicks,
Vicks.
just like the medicine.
So is that how they came up
It
with
is.
the
must
name?
be.
It is all herbal,
Wow.
absolutely.
Vicks vapor rub
And they
in a
also
plant.
mix in like menthol into theirs to get that cooling,
Yeah.
warming effect. Yeah.
This
Wow.
yarrow's also a medicinal plant over here that's flowering with the white flowers.
That could actually help you if you were
Bleeding.
somebody who has is it hemophilia?
Yeah, right. Hemophilia, right.
So you can make a poultice out of that one, right? You just grab up the leaves and
That
you
one's different.
crush
this
it
is
down.
right. So this is a lemon
Yeah,
verbena,
she actually
right?
Yeah.
gave that to me as well. She gave she one day was cutting from her garden. I was like, oh, give me a
God, it's
cutting.
another one. I just can't grow it. It just, I mean, we don't have
Mine
long
has been
enough
alive
season, you know?
for 7 years.
Oh yeah, very much a
Wow.
regenerative plant.
And this is the yarrow you were
is the
talking about
yarrow.
over here. Yeah.
So you could make salves. It's good for your skin, but it's also good for if you need a blood thinner. You can actually ingest this as a tea. So there are some people, if you do take blood thinners, you can't ingest that.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it could be used as a blood thinner,
Man, I just love the variety. And you've got dill over there. And
right?
Fennel, maybe?
some sorrel down there.
Yes, I've had this sorrel forever.
You know, it comes back. It comes back
It
as
does.
a perennial.
It will literally be crispy and then just come right back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're growing it all. Like, there's a lot of bulbs back here. My mom loves bulb flowers. We have blackberries.
Poppy
There's a
flowers,
couple I think I see forming over here. And the blackberries are just to die for. They're delicious. And it will give me multiple
Oh, it just smells so good right here.
bunches. Oh,
It's
she
like-
just
I just
crushed
touched the basil.
Oh, is that what you did?
I picked off the
Yeah.
flowers.
Gosh, my
Right.
avocado
Look at
is
this little
loaded.
baby.
It is absolutely loaded. And this is called a tiny cotto. So,
This is as big as they get.
No, no,
I'm just
no.
kidding.
It's tiny. You get a little
like an
piece of bread.
right? You know what's interesting is that the tree itself had a bunch of little blooms, and then it looks like it thinned itself out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it thinned itself out.
Little cotto, avocado. Yeah, here's the little sign.
Wow. And then you've got some seed starts happening.
Yeah, my mom is starting seeds. She's got, with some ranunculus that we've
Yeah.
gotten her for her birthday in February, but they don't take off as much as I thought they would.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I forget
looking.
what she's growing over here, but
It
there are a
says it
few
on the
different
other
ones.
side.
Oh, does it? Eggplant.
Eggplant.
There we go.
There you have
Over
it.
here, I used to have a huge Shasta daisy bush, and normally it comes back every year, but this year it didn't come back because we covered it with soil, thinking that none of the crown had to be visible, but I guess it does.
Huh.
What about that?
How
Cotton.
cool is this?
Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to grow my own fibers.
I'm not sure who brought them, but they brought.
And they
a
brought
ton.
tons of seeds, so I'm going to just sow a bunch
Because they really
around
seed
everywhere.
a lot, don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Because the seed normally comes in.
Oh, is
The
this one
cotton
seed
itself.
in here? There's like a really something hard and thick in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool, though?
that's really
I saw a
cool.
lady growing linen, so now I'm going to grow my own cotton. I mean, it may
Wow.
take 5 or 6 seasons to get enough, but hey, I'll have one garment for my garden.
The thing with this, like you've got it in a separate pot. 'Cause
I
it
do,
can
yeah. It will take
definitely
off like
take
mint,
over.
absolutely.
Similar to mint,
But
yeah.
even another thing about this is that we're growing on concrete. So in order for me to be able to be successful with these grow bags, I covered the grow bags with dirt. So all of this is just sitting on top of concrete.
Wow.
The roots are,
So the dirt is just around
The bags.
The bags.
Acting as a mulch.
yes, the
Okay.
bags are, if you grow in a grow bag, you know that they're notorious for drying out.
Right.
And while, yes, I could put a platter underneath it and try and mitigate it that way, I honestly wanted to have plants growing in front of my grow bags to
yeah.
also offer more shade for the soil.
Sure.
So I just went to the landfill. I picked up a bunch of compost. I spread it around the plants, and now I have trees in grow bags. And this was made out of a pallet. So now I have
City of San Diego provides free compost to its residents.
Wow,
so that's one
pomegranate?
benefit.
yeah, pomegranate just sitting in this wooden box here, and I'm about to have an plethora of strawberry guavas.
Oh my god.
They are so delicious.
Really good.
Like, it honestly, there's not that many seeds, and it is super sweet, and they're just so good. I actually had one little one that I saw that I was waiting to eat, but it looks like somebody came and got it. Wildlife came and got it. But this is its second growing season in my garden.
It's exploded since you got it.
It has. And I got this from Free Tree USA.
Tree San Diego.
Tree San Diego.
Tree San
Thank you.
Diego.
And they provide trees complimentary to certain regions of San Diego, and they choose what tree that does well in that area with the
So
assumption.
natives.
Yeah.
Like an urban greening
Yep.
collaborative.
Yep.
Yeah.
They even did pomegranates, not on the day that I was there.
I got 2 pomegranates from them.
Yeah. So you definitely catch them on a good time, but lemongrass, I mean, who doesn't love lemongrass?
Yeah.
I use it in my cooking all the time. And this was a baby from my mother-in-law's plant. These plants will grow a massive flower out the middle, and it will grow like 20 or 30 feet in the air.
I'm telling you, I saw one of these the other day, and it was massive. I was
This
like,
is
oh my
prime
God,
growing
this thing.
space for some lettuces and herbs.
No, because of the dogs. When people let their dogs, they walk around.
yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
And Nick thinks that those are natural fence when they used to stick up like this.
It kind of
was
is.
a natural fence.
So one of the things we haven't talked about is irrigation. What do you do?
Hand water.
You hand
Hand
water.
water everything.
Okay.
And I'm not against drip irrigation. However, I'm lazy to fix things that are broken.
Okay.
And hand watering for me, I can go in, I can touch the soil, I can see how my plants are doing. When you have drip irrigation, you can become reliant and maybe not check
And
on
you
it
don't
as often.
pay attention.
That's
Yeah.
me. I'm reliant.
So while there are upsides, there are
Yeah.
some downsides.
There's
and
some pretty cool new systems coming out, though.
Yeah.
That you could just hook up to your hose.
you could.
And you know, so.
But then I think about my growing space and I think like, I
Yeah,
have this
yeah.
driveway with no water access.
Yeah,
But then
right.
sure, I could run something from down the side or over
Yeah,
here.
She used Oyas quite a bit.
I
for a while.
did.
Yeah.
These clay jars. Oh,
It's been great. I do appreciate all the time.
thank
that
you so
we've
much for
had.
coming and checking it
Yeah.
out and seeing what we're doing with Seed Swap and my chaos garden.
I love it. I love it.
Thanks for growing with us. And remember, when we grow our gardens with intention, belief, and love, we grow ourselves in the process. Be sure to subscribe to get notified of future videos, as well as letting us know in the comments what resonated with you or what you're growing in your garden.